predator of the sea, terror of all men who enter the ocean, the very symbol of lurking danger. That is the shark.
Come on in the water!
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Jaws, Deep Blue Sea, Megalodon, Sharknado. You've watched, you've heard. Sharks are dangerous. You're warned whenever you go out to the sea, getting pulled away by the current and meeting your biggest fear. But really, are they any different from the other predators of the world? Who is the bigger threat?
One of the oldest living things on Earth.
But really, are they any different from the other predators of the world? Who is the bigger threat here?
With 72% of the Earth's surface covered by salt water, the ocean is home to 320,000 different species of marine life. However, due to human activity, several of these species of marine life are actually coming to an extinction.
Sharks are majestically beautiful apex predators of the sea. However, due to the misconceptions of sharks common in East Asia, China, the delicate balance of the marine ecosystem is on the line. Fortunately, there is still a possibility where humanity can change this course of action, and that is by changing mindsets. Changing mindsets through shark awareness campaigns at a global stand, participating in shark conservation organizations, and self-education on sharks as a species and the effects of the removal of sharks on the human race. Changing one's mindset is a step to take for the occurrence of any progress on shark conservation, and shark awareness campaigns at a global stand represents progress of which humanity can take to regain our humility as well as the delicate balance of the marine ecosystem through the initiative of this course of action, thus correcting the misconceptions of sharks commonly found in East Asia, China.
Very fierce. You see the teeth?
Yeah?
Oh,
That
well, I
is-
saw.
So I should not, it's not a good idea to go swimming with sharks? That's not
The
a...
common phrase of shark attacks is a phrase of tragic bloodshed recognized since the 19th century. Many people struggle to grasp the idea that sharks have more to fear of people, as well as the fact that sharks feed on the more vulnerable just like any other predator. The bigger threat here, being humans, is portrayed here as Crawford Wright. At least so far is 1987, when the Chinese authorities determined that shark fin soup was not Burmese or politically incorrect after all. Previously, the Central Committee had described it as a throwback to the Imperial China era. Since 1987, however, when authorities lifted the ban of this extravagant dish, worldwide demand for shark fins has soared. This rising demand, common in East Asia, China, is a common threat to the flow of nature. Although a minority of people have started rejecting the idea of serving this regressive with the idealistic of wealth and status with shark fin soup, there is still a majority who consume it out of a tradition which dates back to the imperial era. Moreover, although research has shown that shark fins brings no contribution to the flavors of this extravagant dish, and only texture alone to either chicken or pork broth, this majority of people have yet to realize the efforts of naturalists who strive to objectify the laws of banning shark finning for texture and a display of wealth, which still attracts the majority of people in East Asia. This is exemplary here in a documentary called Galapagos: Realm of Giant Sharks. This is exemplary here in a documentary called Galapagos: Realm of Giant Sharks. Whale shark fins are in demand not so much for soup as for bold displays to lure shark fin buyers into stores or customers into restaurants. The striving efforts to raise awareness of this cruel slaughter for money and status is an act that continues to uncover the misconceptions of sharks as a crucial marine species of the great marine ecosystem. The attempt to bring this local movement of theirs to a global stand through a Blank Space Earth Day parody, a revolution music video on YouTube. This is evident here as they emphasize several global finning industries, including East Asian countries such as China and Japan.
All we care about is money, but we're not in the loop. 100 million shark can kill for fin soup.
The emphasis of environmental protection is portrayed as these students strive to emphasize. The emphasis of environmental protection is portrayed as these students strive to emphasize the negative effects of particular human activities in the ocean. This parody of Taylor Swift's Blank Space successfully directs people to observe and seek justice to save the shark population. Shark awareness campaigns at a global stand gives rise to effective ideologies which will aid this movement of changing mindsets of the misconceptions of sharks. However, participating in shark conservation organizations is another exemplary course of action. The course of action of changing mindsets is significant with change when one acts through participating in shark conservation organizations, as it involves addressing the misconceptions of shark, thus having an active role in the awareness of the delicate balance of the marine ecosystem on the line, and the efforts needed to ban the hunting of sharks in countries like China, where finning is common and people are unaware of the functions of sharks along with their particular structure. The media is a common form of expression, also a common method of manipulation used by the authorities. Nonetheless, it is a common outlet for most people, thus creating an opportunity to many to attempt at bringing awareness of the shark species through participation, with the correct understanding of sharks as a species in the ecosystem, its roles as a functioning predator as well as the effects of human activity. The representation of this participation would be the use of riddles to capture the attention of regulars on the social media. Last shark riddle of the week. Looking through the world's open seas, I am a fear to many and prompt rapid flee. Though my teeth are large and I am colossal in size, I am intelligent, curious and probably wise. I learn from experience and adapt as I grow, and in spite of my size, I am not at all slow. This is no need to fear me as I can be gentle too. It just takes getting to know me in the big ocean blue. Who am I? add on the ideology of correcting stiff mindsets on the misconceptions of sharks as apex predators of the sea, this was mentioned by a student who recites his rap with the following word.
Let me ask you a question. We need some assistance. Shark have been around for 5 extinction.
This statement is a form of which the students used through the art of music and rap to bring awareness to the addiction of the lyrics to their parody. While changing mindsets of the misconceptions of sharks is represented in various courses of action in which humanity can actually take part in, the initiative of practicing self-education on sharks is not only an effort to save this species, but also an effort of grasping the whole role of sharks as they demonstrate the meaning of wilderness with their existence. Furthermore, self-education on sharks is a course of action of changing mindsets of common misconceptions of sharks as a species, and the effects of the removal of sharks on the human race is another way in which humanity can participate. Through the furthering of one's general knowledge and understanding of these majestic apex predators, Jonathan Green in the documentary Galapagos, Realm of the Giant Sharks touches on this topic here. Because we got a 60 million year old animal in terms of the species, sharks have been around 300 million years, so they are definitely members of the dinosaur era. They roam around our Earth today, around the planet, and we know absolutely nothing. How can it be that we know more about mice or about the ant than we know about a whale shark? To further add to this evidence, Dean Crawford emphasizes the fragile lives people so easily harbor blind fear for. What many of us tend to overlook or not even realize is that sharks are beautiful. Blue sharks are in fact sapphire, macos are iridescent, cat-eye Caribbean reef sharks approach like cats, seriously. Even white sharks, the supposed monsters, the big-bellied brutes among the lemniforms, the commandingly beautiful majestic when seen in the wild. Few people get to see white sharks that are still alive. They are notoriously difficult to keep in captivity, and the aquaria that have all tried have all failed. Their sharks dying or being returned to the sea. Author of Shark Dean Crawford continues, as he also contributes to this movement by stating, Sharks' behavioral habits are foreign to our tender mammalian sensibilities. Therefore, there are several courses of action in which humanity can take to change the mindsets of the misconceptions of sharks, and that is represented by raising shark awareness campaigns at a global stand. Participating in shark conservation organizations and self-education on sharks as a species and the effects of the removal of sharks on the human race. As Rob Stewart emphasizes his radio interview with Green Divas radio show, July the 3rd, humanity is good and will take the correct course of action when people are more aware of sharks and the delicate balance of the ecosystem. This concludes my support on the significant courses of action that can be done in order to bring awareness of this misconception on sharks and how life on land depends on the life in the ocean. Thus, the understanding of sharks as a crucial species of the marine ecosystem and the effect of loss of an entire species of apex predators on the human race.